this movie that I watched a while back it was about Ram Dass, right? And if you're familiar with Ram Dass, was really like a really prolific Eastern teacher, but was also based in the West. And he was a Harvard professor that turned into an Eastern spiritual teacher during the sort of Timothy Leary tune in and drop out phases of the 60s. And there in this movie, it's actually called Fierce Grace, there was a couple whose daughter committed suicide. And they were just so just destroyed, completely destroyed their family. And they wrote a letter to Ram Dass, and he invited them to come and see him. So they came down to meet with Ram Dass, and of course they shared the story. They couldn't understand why it happened. And Ram Dass, just in a really graceful, sort of eloquent way, was just like, in the end, you guys did give birth to her, but she's a child of the universe, and people come to Earth for very specific types of work. And she did all the work that she needed to do. And she had decided prior to this life to touch the people and help the people in her life evolve. And then when her work was done, she left. And we see the aspect of suicide as being a negative thing, but in the grand scheme of how Source works, it's not looked at so much in a really negative way. I mean, anytime somebody leaves the earth, it's looked at as an unfortunate thing. She had to go out some way. And what I think when the process of somebody committing suicide is the impact that they make on other people, right? What ended up happening was it set you on this journey to finding yourself. And that could have been her job. That could have been her work. That could have been lifetimes and lifetimes of work of, wanting to do this compassionate work for other people. But the beautiful thing about what you're telling me as this story is it got you to start really, really like looking into the deeper aspects of life and who she is and who you are. I think that's a beautiful process.
Yeah. Wow.